Hi, my name is Ford Leonard, and I'll be getting into theme engineering with my company OTL, which is also known as Outside the Lines. Since I was a kid, I've always been fond of engineering companies as well as just engineering and design in general, whether that be like Legos or any construction thing I could get a hold of. So what is OTL or Outside the Lines? It's a theme engineering company in management and construction. I thought that this slide really just gave an easy look of what OTL was and a good background. For my next slide, the mentors. These are the two main mentors that I worked with, Sarah Shores and Wick. Mainly I worked with Sarah Shores for gaining contact with OTL, as well as every day I'd go and meet with her and see how my job shadow was going. I also met these people in the office that were extremely important, as Jack Larson and Thomas Riel are both head or vice presidents for the design and as well as estimating, which was my main focus that I wanted to work on for OTL. And then I did the slides. How does a project come to life? Usually you start with a 3D model on a computer or a 2D model on a computer, whether that be using AutoCAD, Blender, or Adobe Illustrator. In the bottom, I have this screenshot of what an AutoCAD schematic slash what a design will look like. Now, what is a schematic? A schematic can either be on digital or it can be physical. I will be showing the judges a schematic that they used for another project. It's about 50 pages, and it basically is just an exact blueprint of everything that they need for the project. And you'll be using Adobe Illustrator. And then how does the project get done? This was more of a transition into my process. So at the very bottom, I underlined the hire, create a model designer, in which I get into my process of just my materials, and then I go into my layout, my finishing touches, and then what was my day-to-day. I want to go more back into my internship or job shadow, and it was checking with Sarah, see how it was, overview for the week and then for the day. And then I'd get to go meet the new office member, whether they were working in a business call or they just had to get something done real quick. And then I would go meet with them, and then they would tell me how their day-to-day would look like, what projects they're working on, and everything just about their job position. So what did I learn? This is, I feel like, a good common breakdown for the entirety of the internship, as I learned project planning, design basics, and then I was going to show the judges. I was going to get rid of this bullet point, but show the judges a detailed schematic drawing, as well as estimate materials, costs, product scope. And then I was going to present the photos in formal proposal, which I have in paper form. So I was just going to pass it out to the judges. And then I decided to do this because I saw this last year. Would I pursue this career? Yes, and I got offered a true internship for when I turned 18. So Wick, at the end of the project, liked me so much and thought that I truly wanted to do it, which I did. And when I turned 18, he offered an internship for when I go to OCC college. So that was pretty cool. And then for my end title slide and my conclusion, I was going to wrap it up with a conclusive statement and just my overall enjoyment of this project, as well as my phone and email for any further information. Thank you.